If you have any questions related to our topic, kindly drop them via our Zoom chat or submit it through the link provided below. So, and also we encourage you to ask questions in English to our speaker this time. So, without further ado, our next guest speaker will talk about Android present and future impact and how anyone can start learning Android in an intuitive way. So this speaker is an Android engineer currently working with an edtech unicorn named Byjus, and he has completed his graduation in electronics and communication from Maharishi Dayanand University, Haryana, and lives in New Delhi. And he always focuses on making the app more decoupled, testable, scalable, and extendable, and also on smooth UX for the end users. So please help me welcome Mr. Nitin Prakash in Android Infusion, Introduction of a New Element or Quality into Something. Let's give him a virtual round of applause. Good morning, Mr. Nitin Prakash.
Yeah, yeah. So, am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
We can hear
Good
you.
morning, all. Good morning.
Good
Good
Yeah,
morning.
morning.
yeah. Having like, I'm very glad like here because like this is my first time to speaking in the other country and like with you guys. It is new for me. I'm really excited like to like convey my knowledge to other people from the other country and like I'm just excited for that. Really, really. And thanks for having me here. So shall we start from the beginning? Yeah.
Yes,
Sure,
sir.
let's start, sir.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. So, like, I have prepared three things here. Like, one is how Android is impacting present world and the future world, and how how the market jobs in Android is increasing day by day, and like in the 5 years it's become doubled, I can say. And another one is like how you can kickstart your Android career, how you can learn your Android in a very specific and the intuitive way. And the last one is architecture thing. So basically, the newbies who are trying to learn Android, they are don't understand what kind of architecture we should use and like what is the importance of the architecture while developing any application. It could be any kind of application, web application, Android, iOS, Flutter, could be anything. So I'm discussing those things here. So like let me start from the beginning. So okay, and one more thing, if anybody has any question in between my like session, please let me know so I can pick up that question in that meanwhile part, right? I'm audible. Cool.
Yes, Mr. Yes.
Cool, cool, cool. So first of all, like why I choose this word, this different word, Android infusion. Basically, like I'm also curious about like why I choose, like there are lots of things I can choose: Android learning, Android talk, Android tech talk. So why I choose infusion? So basically, I have like searching some word that can help to make this meeting intuitive and like interactive to other member. So the infusion means like adding value to a something. So because like basically we are adding to our people, our country, our nation. So like it is not on a specific country, like we are adding value to the people lives by giving them some smooth application, some smooth structure, so they can like they can make their life easy to do their day-to-day work. Okay, so that's why I choose this topic. And let's start. So first of all, thank you, thank you again for having me here. So we start like, as you can see, the the share of mobile holder, like the mobile user in the world is about 71% of Android. Okay, so you can assume like there's a lots of job in Android. You can get easy job easily in Android side. It could be in any country. I'm not talking about any like for the India or for your country. I'm talking about whole world. Okay, so there's a 71% user of the Android phone. So as you can assume that uh, the job is like we have like lots of job here. Okay, one
Sir,
second.
excuse me. I
Yeah.
think your PPT is not, your presentation is not flashed on the screen.
Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Let me share that. Okay, I'm not sharing my screen. Oh shit. Okay, I have my PPT. Yeah, is it visible to you now?
Yes, it's
Yes,
visible.
sir. It's
Ah,
visible.
cool, cool.
Thank you.
So yeah. Yes. Sorry for that. So as I'm saying, like the the whole market share of Android is 71% in whole world. So you can assume there's a lots of job in Android and there's a lots of opportunity to learn and grow with Android. Okay. So this is the information taken from that business of apps. You can check it out that link. And yeah, one second. Yeah. So there are some statics uh, I'm showing here. Almost operating system that we are using in all countries is 2.5 billion active user we have. Okay, I'm talking about a mobile operating system that we have in whole world. Okay, in last decade, in last 10 year, we have like reaching the download of the application is about like 36 billions. I'm saying like it is huge. 36 billion downloading has been huge. You can estimate that part. Okay, and there are like 20.9 million app available in 2020, and whichever downloaded, it could be like 108 108 billions time it is like downloaded every time. So you can assume there's a huge part. So basically, there's a couple of countries that holding most share of Android user, which contain Brazil, Indonesia, India also, Turkey, Iran, another Pakistan. The most of the Asian countries are using Android, and the most producer of Android is Huawei and Xiaomi in the like and the Samsung also. Samsung the largest producer of like Android smartphone. So this followed by Huawei and the Xiaomi. So these are the stat like why we need this stat, but why I'm showing to you basically. So you can see the Android structure or like Android user are increasing day by day, not like 5 year later, 6 year later, they are increasing day by day. So you can assume it is good to learn Android if you wanna learn Android, if you're thinking about to learn Android. So it is a good start. You can learn Android, and now we have lots of resources. I will let you know how you can learn Android easily. There are lots of resources and very structured resources we have in these days, so you can learn Android easily. Okay. So yeah, so basically the talks comes here on the developer side, like what we are doing, like what developers are giving to the user, to the public, to the community, what they are like contributing to the community. Okay, it is not just like earning money. Basically, we are also like giving the facility to the normal people to make their life easy and make their life comfortable, and like all the thing that you need to go and search, you need to like physically go to the store, you need to physically go to the bank to do some kind of payment. The all thing is available on your phone easily, right? So basically developer are like contributing to the future, to the present community. It is not just about of earning, but just about contributing to your like nation. Okay. Yeah. So present impact, as you can see, like we have almost like enhance the communication system. Like in these days, we have a lots of application that help us to make communication easier, video calling and the voice calling, internet calling, WhatsApp calling. We have lots of thing here. We can do chats, all thing. Okay, so we have improved that thing in the last 5 years, I can say, all stuff. For the like now we have like almost at the age of great improvement of the communication, I can say. There's a lot of changing are coming in the future, but I can say this is a great thing that happened in this decade. So the generation of our side, like generation of nowadays, is having great uh, great apps, great softwares, and like great knowledge in these days. So you guys are getting like great thing in these decades. Okay. And the other apps like help us organize, like we have a Facebook, we have a Instagram, we have other kind of app that help us to connect with each other. So it also like says like you are the online person, you are the offline person. So it says like we can talk to them directly, or we can like just message them directly, so we can talk easily. So it make us connected wherever we are in any country we are. Let's see how Manila is from the other country and I am from the other country. So you can see the impact of the technology on the apps that we have. We are connected, and which is so easy, I can say, so easy, right? And the third point I'm saying, like everyday course made easier. So what it's mean basically, uh, suppose you want to do some kind of sorts, you want to do your sorting your task of daily task, if you are scheduling your meetings, if you are making some kind of to-do list. So we have a lots of app that help us to organize your day, organize your event, and like organize your community things. So that's app also available, and we are like just doing great in this era. And help in emergency means like we have wearable devices that if you use iOS device, if you use Android device, there are lots of watches that helps you in the emergency. If if the if the heartbeat is I have seen some cases when the heartbeat is stopped, so that wearable send the message to your most precious contacts, that this is the location, this is the person is having some issues, please contact to them, or like please go to them physically. That's the one thing that is very great I have seen. Yeah. And these days, like we have a lots of resources available on the phone. We can use Udemy, we can use Byjus, we can use other online platform to learn and practice our day-to-day work, or day-to-day like college assignment and like college paperwork we can do easily. Security, uh, security mean like our app is now more secure. Okay. Before giving any permission access to app, you have some kind of consent, so you can read about that. If you feel that I have to I this is important to me, this app, and I have to give that consent, so you can give that consent. So the security is improved. Like previously was basically there's no runtime permissions, there are only compile time permissions, so they are not asking your permission on the while they need to use that permission. So nowadays you can say security is improved. So no Android app is going to run on the background side. If they are running on the background services, so you will always know what are things is running on your phone easily. Yeah. And the this one like promote over health and well-being. So we have a lots of apps that help us to meditate, help us to do exercise, help us to maintain our food, and help us to maintain our diet, like daily routine. Then they are helping us in the mental health and the physical health both side. Okay. And payment fintech, as I told you, like in nowadays you are just doing, you are scanning the QR code, you are doing just payment via mobile number, via like UPI ID, you are doing this thing in this era. So the payment and the fintech uh, department is like increasing in these days. So this is about the present thing. Like, there's a lots of other thing I can say, but this is the most improved thing that I've observed. It could be more. If you feel if you feel I'm missing anything, please add it to it. We will consider it after this. But this thing I feel that this thing are most changed, already developed in this era. Yeah. And as you can see, like we have all kind of app available. We have AR VR app available, we have artificial intelligence app available, we have foldable device available, wearable IoT, 3D map, ad tech blockchain. But they are not so much developed in these days. We are just like doing some kind of experiment with some other app, like developers doing some experiment with this kind of. It is not so much popular in every Android app. If you see, if whenever this AR VR is comes in every phone, so then you can see they are developed. Okay, they are developed. If you see every app is using artificial intelligence, but not every app, it's like 70 to 80% app using artificial intelligence for their processing, for their like enhancement, camera management, or like anything. So you can assume that artificial intelligence is like totally implemented in phone side and mobile side. Like foldable devices, we have like less foldable devices. Okay, in the future we are going to have lots of foldable devices, like through foldable, like for the landscape, through the like portrait. So you can assume this is the coming future that we have. I can see in the 5 years like that. And the wearable also doing same thing, but the main thing in the wearable, it is not such optimized as the phone. Okay, we have a wearables these days, but it is not such optimized as a phone. So now the the coming wearable is so much optimized. And after like 5 years or like 3 2 years, you will see the market of the wearable. It will huge, man. And the IoT. As I seen, the IoT is a pretty old stuff, but into the mobile side, they are coming huge. So as you can see, smart home. We have a smart home. We have a smart machinery. We have a smart production cycles, which is like producing some kind of like chips, biscuits, kind of stuff in the factories. So they are coming. They are just started. They are not just in on their peak. They are just started. And the 3D map is just started, but it is coming on the first phone, I can say, on the Google Pixel. But we will see this kind of 3D map in all phones. Then we can say it is like almost developed for our futures. Ad tech is changing due to this like pandemic. Before this, there's no ad tech is like growing. They're just doing online things, but they are not getting any kind of uh, I can say vision. That nobody is like talking about the edtech, but now these days, just like in the 2 years, edtech has grown up very, 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 very fast. I can say, right? So they are also increasing, and when they will increase, so in India, I'm thinking like there is no school. Then the edtech is like holding all market, all stuff in their hand. Blockchain, I'm not aware about the blockchain, and not like I'm aware of the blockchain, but I'm not in the blockchain side. So I can say they are also in the they are also doing good. But there are still like more to do with the blockchain, basically. So these are the like things that I'm thinking that they are going to become big in the future, right? If anyone have question, like please let me know, so we can discuss in the meanwhile, because I want to discuss with the people. I'm just talking here alone. So yeah. So as you can see, this graph is like the source is Velvetech, Saviors apps, and the Upwork. So they are saying like the developer cost is increasing day by day. Okay, so there's you can see the graph of offline app, chatbot, IoT, messenger app, AR/VR app. So they are like, if you see the span of this is the short span. But you see if you see in the long span, it is sees like in an increasing order. Okay. And IoT is not using in the phone so much, but that's why I put it into the future. It will like impact hugely in the future. But all things are doing good in their demand like that. So like we have a lots of thing to do in the future. There is nothing. So I can say there are only 10% we have done with the mobile apps. There's a lot of the things that I cannot think right now. There's a lots of things to do with the mobile apps, basically. Yeah. So now the main part I'm thinking about, like how anyone can learn Android development. So yeah, sorry. So they So basically, previously what we are doing and what we're trying to doing, we are using YouTube, and we are buying Udemy course sometime, and we are using some kind of other websites to learn, and the medium to learn the Android development. But nowadays, I can see it is coming in the last year. It is came in the last year. So we have pathways which is given by the Android team, so we can learn each and every topic in the intuitive and the in the like, I can say, in very great manner, right? So I'm having that screenshot. I will make sure to let you know how this thing working. So there's a pathways. Suppose you want to learn any Kotlin, you want to create your first step, building a basic layout at a button. So we have a lot. There's a one pathway, and we have a lots of other pathway that will help you to learn Android easily. I will show you. I will like give you example with that. No issue with that. And after clicking any of that pathway, you will have this kind of like bullets points, 1 2 3 4. You have to complete all this kind of stuff. You have to see the video, and these all things are structured in very great manner. So you are not jumbling like one side to other side. They are in a very they are, I think, very in a syllabus kind of stuff. They are just structured in a way that anyone can learn Android easily. Okay, and you can take a quiz, and it can help you to for the interview part also, if you want to learn that. Yeah. So this is my first part. If anybody has question, please let me know. If I'm missing something, if you need to talk me, if you need to ask me anything about like anything about Android, or my like anything from my side. Am I audible? Hello.
Someone asks from the comment section, in Android development, what app do you recommend to enter as a beginner?
What kind of apps, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of apps I will recommend for the beginners? So I will say just try to make a kind of to-do list app, where you like making some notes and making some like list. Okay, some kind of to-do list. Okay, try to make that this kind of app. And other one is like little more extent for the beginner, is you can try to build a music player. It just could be a easy like simple music player, not just like high design. You can build a music player like that. And you can also build a like app that helps you to calculate your BMI, body mass index. Okay, so there is some math calculation available. So you have to write your like weight and height and the age. So it will tell you that what is the like BMI of yourself, body mass index of yourself. You are too fatty, you are like too skinny. So that this thing helps you to understand your like healthy stuff. So you can try that app. It will teach you, that app will teach you more thing, like calculation thing. And the music player tells you about the service, and the first one is tell you about the local database. So you can learn like couple of things here. But I have a very great thing than it. I'm showing you 1 second, right? Okay, you can see my screen, right? What I'm showing
Yes,
here.
sir.
You can see this, and welcome to Android Basic Kotlin, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So these are the pathways that I was showing you previously. Let me come to here. Okay, 1 second. Yeah. So like all the programs or like training courses are available right in front of you. You have just to go to developer.android.com/courses, that you have all kind of stuff that you want to learn. And there's a lots of thing to learn. Okay, so if you want to learn Android basic in Kotlin, Android basic in Java, So I will recommend you to learn Kotlin, not Java, because like every company, and the Kotlin is better than Java in these days. Okay, try to learn Kotlin. So how you can learn this thing? I'm going to tell you. So this is for intermediate. First you have to try this beginner part. Then you can go for this part. Then you can go for this part. Okay. So let me show you how these things are working. So in this we have 4 units. Like we have to complete all units: basics, layout, navigation, connect internet, data persistent. Data persistence mean like you can storing data in your app, local database, and the work manager. Work manager help you to schedule your task and schedule your background task, basically kind of background service that will run every time in your app. Okay, so if you able to complete this one, I can say you can make any app, because this is like pretty much stuff in the one tutorial. You can make any kind of app by using this stuff. Okay, not the AI, but if you're trying to making like to-do list app, if you're trying to making any kind of healthy health app, if you try to make kind of a like music app, so you can build any kind of simple learning app from this stuff. So let me give you. So when you come to it, you can click a unit 1 explore. There's a pathways that you can have. So you can explore there's a 5 activities, 6 activity, and the 4 activities and the 8 activities. So you have to complete all activities, and you will earn a badge from the here. Okay, if you are signing. Okay, so when you complete this path, so you will have that badge on your profile. There's a developer profile on the Google site. You can check it out. Okay, so you have to see this video. What is the Kotlin basic? What you have to learn? Okay, you can use this video also, and you can also skip that if you want. Okay, and you can go to that code lab where you are like learning, well, as I said, like Kotlin from the basic. Okay, so the code lab is designed for like showing your code, or the it is also helping you to understand code by line what you are trying to do, and like what they are teaching you. Okay, so they are also teaching you all the stuff from the basics. Okay, whenever you're ready to do this, it is easy, I can say. They are just teaching you basic of the Kotlin. When you complete that, this is practice your own, and you can again come to this. And we have our next code lab: create a birthday message in Kotlin. You have to complete that code lab also, right? So like why I'm showing you, because don't go anywhere, and don't try to see all YouTube videos, all all Udemy courses for Android. Do not like go for hunt that. Okay, just try to sum up this thing. If you are feeling like I need to learn more, just try to learn from the Medium articles. There are lots of good article, and they are like giving the more deep inside of the Android APIs. But if you are a beginner, I recommend you to learn this way, so you will have the better idea and like better understanding of the Android side.
All right. So there's another question. He
Yeah.
asked if is Android is better than iOS or iOS is better than Android.
Okay, like in which term you are asking? Like if you are asking in the term of app developer, so I can say yes, because the opportunity of the jobs is more in the Android side. Yeah, that this is the main point. Like the job is like more than iOS, and this is the data. I'm not saying this is my opinion. This is the data that we have, and there's a lots of job in all. I'm saying in all countries, not in even like your, not even mine. It is in the all country. You have a more jobs, and the more security, and like there's a lots of thing to do with Android. Like iOS is a very specific, but it is depend on the opinion. Like what the developer like to do. You can explore both side by side. You can explore Android. So I will say just give 1 to 3 years to one, And if you feel, if you are comfortable with the technology, you can learn other technology side by side. So not to stick to one, learn other things side by side, so they can make you like stand out from the others, like that. Yeah, that's
Okay.
makes sense.
So next question from our participants. So
Mhm.
we asked that for you, what are the things can be improved on Android and why Java replaced with Kotlin for Android mobile development?
Okay, so you are saying what kind of thing that can be improved and the Android side, right? Android
Yes.
mean like for the developer, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking like in my this is the opinion thing I can say, right? So in my opinion, I can say the Android Studio and the Gradle's things. If somebody asking that question, he knows very well or she knows very well what I'm talking about. So Android Studio takes more time to build the app, and okay, so I think that should be some kind of that should be decrease in that should be the reduce in the time of the building the app. And in the grader system we are having lots of other things. So initially, most of the beginner didn't understand like what we are doing the Gradle and what we are doing the Java, XML, other thing. So please, I'm just thinking like if we can make one stuff for all thing, so that will be easier to everyone. And sorry, I forgot your next part of the question.
All right. So another interesting question here. He asked if should you recommend an Android phone to a person who is mostly concerned with privacy and security?
Like okay, what Android phone I would recommend to anyone, right?
Yes, yes, sir.
For for user and the for developing application. For develop application, you are asking.
I think the phone itself, I think, or the develop. I don't, yeah, I think the phone itself, the
Okay,
Android.
so like the phone is there like it is depend on you. You need a like better camera, you need a like better video quality, or like you need a slow mo effect kind of stuff in your phone, so you can pick up higher one. It because I'm not as a phone user. I rarely use phone in my day-to-day life. Okay, I'm schedule my all tasks, all thing in 1 month before. So I fix my phone using time, when I need to check for mail, when I need to check for WhatsApp messages and the Instagram messages. So I'm not using phone every day. I have scheduled my things very in a very structured manner. So I can say it is the opinion matter what kind of phone you do. And if you want to use for developing the apps, you can use simple like Samsung phone, which could have like 8 or 9 Android. I can say that will be good for the beginner. Yeah. Any question we have, or should I
Yeah.
move to the next slide?
Okay. Sure,
Any,
sure.
if we have, we can continue with the question.
Okay, okay. Next question is, he said that if I were to if I were to develop an app in Android that needs a wide market, so what Android version would you recommend to use, or Android versions isn't that much of a problem?
Okay, so you are saying like if I'm developing the app, so what kind of Android API I should target that like that can help to develop app for the more user.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you should go for the 21. Like I can say 95% user for the Android 21 is in the country. So basically let me show you how you can check that out. 1 second. Like it is not very very difficult task to check. Let me give you one thing, right? 1 second. Uh, yeah. Let me show my screen to you. I'm on which part? Yeah, I'm on this part. As you can see, I'm here. I'm creating a new project, right? So I'm selecting empty activity. You should select next then. So it will definitely tell you like if I'm selecting API 21 minimum SDK, my application should support minimum SDK 21. So you can see 90% of the 98% of the devices are using 21. So we have already that matrix. If you select any other thing, so you can see there's a only 89% devices are using that 7 Android. So this matrix with you always when you're trying to build an app. So usually I usually say use API 21 Android 5 point lollipop minimum SDK, so you can cover most the almost 100% user in the world. Yeah, I think that makes
Yes,
sense
sir.
for the
We
question.
can proceed to the next slide. All right.
Okay, we can go for the next slide, and this is the most interesting slide I can say, because this is something new that it is not for the Android developer, it is for the every developer. If like it could be for iOS, uh, Flutter, or like React Native, anything, for web also. So the important thing of the developing apps or the software is the architecture. Okay, so we have time, right? How much time we have now? Yeah, Manila, I'm audible.
Yes, sir. We still have 25 minutes.
25 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So, like, why I picked this topic? Because the beginner didn't think they didn't think much about the software architecture, right? And this thing should be important from your initial period of develop development career. So you should consider that thing from the beginning. So the software architecture I can say is the like kind of base or foundation of your application. Okay, suppose if you're like trying to building a one like apartment and like one like bungalow, so the base should be more robust and the more strong for building that apartment. Okay, but if you're trying to build software, the same logic applies here, right? Your base or your foundation should be very strong. I'm not talking about like fundamental knowledges. I'm talking about the structure, how you structure your app while writing code, while writing function, while writing commands, and while defining the classes, and while like defining the packages of your code. I if it seems like strange to you, anyone, please let me know. I will like go deep dive into that, so that help us to make things simpler. Okay, so yeah, okay. So basically, they help us to communicate between the other layer of the software in the same application. So like that as I'm saying, why it is so important to use the architecture. So basically, it makes your performance, quality, scalability, usability in the more great extent. Okay, you can have, suppose if your app crashing after having like 1,000 user, so I could definitely say your architecture is not good so much. Okay, if your app handling thousand or like sorry lakhs or like millions or billions user, so I can say your architecture is so much good. Okay, and you are handling all stuff very smooth manner. Okay, so then now I'm like collecting, I'm just giving one point so you can understand why. So why it is important. So suppose you are defining some functionality that is used by multiple classes or like multiple functionalities, multiple features. Suppose you are defining network, if network is available or not. Okay, and you're defining same code in every class, so that is a not good practice. Okay, so try to make it that common functionality into somewhere in the common class or common duty class, so you can always use the same code. Okay, and not defining the same code every time. Okay, you are using that same code that is storing like having somewhere, right? So that makes your code smaller, smoother, and suppose there's a one more problem with it if you're writing the same code in every class. So suppose if you want to change something in that code, so then you have to change in every class. You have to make you have to like refactor your every class with that code. But suppose if you are having that code in the common file, so what you can do, you can change on the one file and it will reflect to all other classes that are using that functionality. So that makes sense to use that common functionality in the common area and access this from there. I think I should present this slide so it can be easily. Yeah, yeah, same thing, easy to refactor. That's I'm saying, like if you are defining same, suppose if you are writing, if you're defining some functions and the classes, and you are not using any kind of proper class name, proper variable name, or you are not defining proper comments on that, so it is very hard to remember even for you. If you write a code 1 month before and if you go back to that same code, it is also is harder to you, that you could not understand that code. Definitely you will survive to understand that code. You will take about like 2 or 3 hours to understand what you have done like in your last month. So that's it is important to write a proper correct naming of your class variables and the comment side. Okay. Yeah, so it also help us to highly scalable, mean like if you are same thing that I already told you, if user having uh if you have like suppose thousand and millions user, if you're crashing in the thousand and like 10,000 user, so I can say it is not a good app. Okay, your app is crashing due to some kind of user scalability. And I'm not talking about only Android side. It is applied to all apps. Could be backend application, could be backend service, could be Android, could be iOS, could be Flutter, could be React Native. It could be anything. I'm talking about any kind of software application we have. So it will apply to all software application. Okay, this is a very great point. If you understand it, you will become a, so we have a lots of developer, but so I can say only 20% or 25% developer are really excellent, and 70%, 75% are doing only their job. Okay, I can say, because I feel that I have read some data, so they are doing their job in a not great manner. I can say only 25% of the developer thinking in that manner, like if the app should be highly scalable and the code should be reusable and the easy to refactor kind of stuff. So try to think like that. Okay, if you are starting thinking like that, the option will come to you every time. Okay, it is not very hard to think. Okay, and suppose, yeah, this thing is very really very important if you are working in a big team, or suppose if you have a team of 5 or 3 member of your app, and you're writing some code and you're not following any structure, and it is also very difficult to understand your code with the other co-worker. Okay, they will like asking you every time what you have written and what you have done, and you also forgetting every time because you are not writing in a very structural manner. Okay, you are writing any name of your code. Suppose if you need to check if this element exists or not in the list, so what you will write abc function name and you will forget what this function is doing while calling. So that's the thing matter. You have to write intuitive and the great function name. Okay, and the variable name, class name, so that help us to understand. And please write comment if possible, and not try to write comments every time. Just make your function name, class name so intuitive, so everyone or even you can understand what is this class is doing by seeing after even after a 1 year. Okay, easily testable mean like if your code is structured easily, so it could be easily testable. Testable mean we, so usually in Android, in iOS, in most of the apps, we write a unit test cases. So what it does basically, unit test is we are testing small units separately. Suppose we have a network functionality, we have a camera functionality, we have a video functionality. So we are testing like each unit separately. So if you have structured your app in a great architecture, so you can test your 100% app. Otherwise your test coverage is about like 40 to 60%, and that is not good. Okay, if you follow some great practices with your software architecture, you can test your 98 or like 90% of your app functionality. Yeah, this is same thing. Like if your app is very structured, if your code is very structured, you like your app have like less error, less memory leaks, or like less crashes. I could say like your app will never crash. I don't think any kind of example, but I can assume if you structure your app in a very great manner, your app will not crash in any case. So that makes your high performance, like great user experience, and your app run fast, smoothly on the end user side. Yeah. So now, like, I'm coming to a now specifically to Android. So this architecture is not for Android basically, but it is using previously for other technologies. But now with the Android, we are using MVVN. So, and it is also not kind of like thing that you have only used that architecture. We have lots of other option to use, but it is depend on your requirement, your software quality, software things that you have. But assume for the initial learning, or like for the beginners, the MVM architecture tells, like, teaches you more thing in a very great manner. If you are beginner, you're trying to learn Android, please use MVVM, and you will have like whole world with you, I can say. So like what MVVN, I will just come to the next slide. So yeah, so we are dividing our functionality into a layers. So assume we have divided some blocks. So one block have their own functionality, it is not depend to other. One block has its own functionality, and other block has its own functionality. So the MVVM, like, abbreviation is like model, view, and this two last VM contain view model. Okay, one second. This model, view, view model. Okay, so the models contain all the data sources, mean it contain remote data sources. Data sources mean the API call, mean the REST API calls, and the REST API data that we are getting from the servers or our backend. And uh, and also the local repos that are we are getting our data from the local database. It could be from Room, Realm, or like SQLite, anything which is only for our in device. And it also having the model classes. I don't know what you say in your languages, but we say the model classes or the data classes in Kotlin. It also contains that. And the view model is just for writing a business logic. So like every app have its own business logic. What this data should do on the screen, and what amount of data should store in our local, and what amount of data we show on the screen. And if before showing to the user screen, we need to modify it, or we need to add something to it. So we are doing this stuff in the view model. And lastly, the view is for fragments or activity. If you know about the Android, so you will easily understand what I'm talking about here, fragment and activity. Okay, so the process is like that. If user click on a button, suppose we are on the view side, view of the user screen, user click on the button, then this arrow goes to view model. View model asks to the model, please give me a data from the local, or it could be from the server. So it will notify the view model that we got the data, and view model pass the data to the view model, sorry, a view, so we can see the screen. Suppose if I am searching anything on the Google, on the phone, on the Google app, I'm searching like Android learning. Okay, so I search on that. I will call the view model. The view model call the model. Model call after getting the data. Model notify the view model, and the view model notify the view. Okay, so we have there's a other thing helping them. There's a live data and the repository pattern and the dagger. There's a couple of other things that uh, helping us to achieve this ambiguous architecture, but you can achieve it easily. Yeah, I'm just saying same thing. The model represent that your business logic or Android app application is considered business logic, local remote data source, and the model classes and repositories. The view, it same as activity fragments. Okay, it could be XML, like uh, Jetpack Compose if you are learning Jetpack Compose. So like both could be the views side. And view model is a bridge which we between like model and the view model, passing data and helping us to survive the configuration of the screen. Basically, when you change the configuration, all the screen will be destroyed and decayed again. If you are searching something, if you already searched something and you are seeing the list, and if you rotate your phone, but you can try out. Please do some kind of like stuff. Please do some API call and load the data and try to rotate your screen. What you will see, your data will be lost after changing the orientation. Okay, so previously we are using same instance and other stuff to store data while configuration changes, and but now view model is storing our data while configuration changes. So please try to learn about that easy that thing, so that this thing help you to understand all stuff easily. Yeah, this thing is completed. If anybody has question, please ask me. I'm happy to like talk with you guys basically.
So again, Mr. Prakash, we can still we can proceed on our Q&A forum.
Yeah.
So yeah, for our participants, you can ask a question again for our speaker. So all right. He asked. So for your first question is, he asked, can we use MVC in Android development or solely MVVM only?
Yeah, so like MVC is pretty old. Okay, you cannot new Jetpack libraries. You cannot use the new Jetpack libraries that are coming into Android. From the MVC, you could use the previous stuff. But if you want to learn new APIs that are coming into Android, you should learn MVVN. If you are a beginner or if you are like learning something, so try to learn MVVN because it will teach you all the APIs in one shot. In one application, you're going to learn, I can say 90% of the new APIs. So that will help your learning or your boost your career stuff, I can say.
Okay, guys, make sure you're taking notes, huh? Okay, Mr. Prakash. Second question is, why does every Android operating system gets outdated easily and does not support an upgrade for old phones?
Okay.
Again, why does every Android operating
I'm
system
seeing
gets
like
outdated?
one second. Okay. You are changing that. So okay. Okay. Yeah. Please continue. Sorry for that.
Okay, again, I repeat the question. Why does every Android operating system gets outdated easily and does not support an upgrade for old phones?
Yeah. So like suppose you build something, right? You design something with a I can say you build a phone. I'm giving one example. If you build a phone, you have give your 100% to it, right? And you have given like great ICs, great your motherboard, great software, all things you have given to that. But you are seeing that then it is very like it is on the top of the world, and it is like great thing, and this is almost end of the development. But after some time, after 1 year or like after 1 year or 6 months, you will see other company, other competitor making other good thing. So what you will see, like I have to change my grade, I have to upgrade my thing, I have to add more like electronic stuff, I have to enhance my camera, I have to enhance my motherboard. So things are changing due to other competencies. Okay, If there's no competitor with your app, so you can happy with your one phone, one kind of phone.
All right. So another question is, do you
Mhm.
prefer developing apps on Android Studio or VS Code, and why?
Because if you're not like using Android Studio, you will have to do lots of things. I can say this is also not recommended to use any other like code editor instead of Android Studio, because you have to write lots of things and you could miss lots of things and you will face lots of problems. So try to use Android Studio because that will give you a proper structure where you could write your Gradle stuff, where you could write your XML stuff, where you load your icons and the images properly. But otherwise, if you use Visual or Eclipse, you will going to suffer definitely, and you have to do like 100 times. You have to give your more than 100 times into that other as IDEs.
Okay, so next question. I think this is very interesting. Is it possible to deploy machine learning models in Android?
Of course, it is possible, and I can I can share you some sample of the Googles. If you there's a one library TensorFlow Lite where you writing your models and training and put your training. Suppose you are, I'm giving you a simple example of machine learning. Okay, you designing some kind of machine learning model which can detect what kind of like fruit we have. So what you are doing, you need the like 100 picture of one fruit and 100 picture of other food, and you can put that your food images into a Firebase TensorFlow Lite, and they will create your model. And you if you know the Python code, if you know the machine learning code, you can create your own stuff. But TensorFlow Lite help you to develop that thing, and you could like download that model into your Android apps or like into your Android Studio code, and you can run that code in your application by using camera or anything. So there's a lots of things available. If you want to learn how we can learn the how you can deploy the models, machine learning ML model in the Android app, you can find that on the Google Store. And yeah, it is possible.
Okay, so next question is, for your opinion, do you think Android is more secure than iOS, and why?
Sorry, pardon, I didn't get your last question.
For your opinion, do you think Android is more secure? I mean, uh, it's about security system, I think, than iOS and why?
Yeah, I don't think so. It is more secure because I have seen if you're trying to download anything your phone on the iOS side, I have seen that. So they will restrict you. They will give you some kind of like warning if you download that, and if you download that feature, and that will be not downloadable. But it as an Android, so like if you are giving some good thing, there's always a like bad thing comes with that. So there is no kind of like complete good or complete bad. Okay, always with the good, the bad it comes with you. Okay, so I can say like in the iOS side, you are very restricted to use anything, any other thing. Okay, you are very restricted due to that security reason. Okay, but in Android, you are also very easy to use your Android phone with other kind of technology easily, other kind of stuff easily, and like less security, but you have a more freedom to it. So like I can say bad thing and good thing comes like equally with your hand. Yeah.
All right, everyone, keep your questions coming. And another question po, does Android has have any drawbacks?
Okay, Android phones or Android devs you are talking about.
I think Android phones
Okay, Android mobiles, right? Uh,
didn't specify.
okay. Is there any drawback? Drawback in the sense of humanity, or you are in the sense of like what kind of like perspective you are thinking about? And I just need to get specific, please, if possible, to you. But I can explain both. Okay, so if you're talking about like if the phone is Android phone is like not good, I cannot say that because there's a lots of good stuff are coming, and I can say there's a good camera of Android phone are coming in these days. So and the good like best software, best RAM, and the best like Snapdragon hardware, software, and the processor are coming in the Android phone. So I can say it is pretty much like processable, and the you can run your like 2 GB and the 3 GB game in your phone. So it is pretty much good thing that you are having that is stuff with your health.
Okay, Miss. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
So, will PWA replace apps in the future?
PWA
PWA apps. Will PWA replace apps in the future?
PWA. I don't know what is PWA. PWA.
It's not specify what is PWA, sir. So, yeah, you're. I think that's
I
the
think
last.
we have a last question in the ano,
Okay.
Zoom meeting chat.
Okay. Sure. Sure. Okay.
Okay, so
Why some Android apps can modeled like getting free premium account? Is this right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Are some Android apps can be it is like modeled, right? It is like a typo somewhere, right? Modeled. It could be modeled, right? Modeled like getting free premium account. And is this something to be concerned about in the term of security? But this is not kind of security part because they are trying to give you some premium premium stuff for some time. Okay, they are not the main security with the Android is only when you are allowing the all permission. If you can see, if you are allowing any kind of permission that you feel that I have like personal data on my contact list, I will not allow any application to access my contact list, and I will not allow any application to access my images or like gallery. So you should cancel that, you should uninstall that, okay, anytime. But in nowadays we have more security. So only while using, so suppose you are using any apps or you are sharing any data to other app, and you need to like access your gallery, you need to give your access to the gallery to that mobile app. So you have three options. You can give only for while using this time, always, or never. So you can give that only this time I'm using app, I'm giving this permission only for this small time, and after this that permission will revoke. So I can see the security is improved from the Android side. And if you talk about premium free or premium account, or like it's combined the freemium account, so they are giving you a free stuff for a small time, but the security is like similar. Security is depending on you, how you use your phone, and how you give your like access to your other applications. I think that makes sense to all.
Yeah. So that's it for now. If you guys, if you have another question, just message us on our Facebook page, and we will forward it to our guest speaker. So, all right. Thank you so much, Mr. Prakash, for the knowledge you share with us this afternoon. So, as a thank you for taking the time to give us such an amazing and interesting talk at our GTEC Summit 2021, I'd like to present this certificate of appreciation. Google Developer Student Clubs, or GDSC, Technological University of the Philippines, Manila, present this certificate to Mr. Nitin Prakash for imparting valuable insight in the event GTEC Summit 2021, Getting Grounded with Google Technologies, given this 12th day of December 2021 via Zoom web conferencing, and signed by our GDSC lead and president, Justin Nicole S. Borbe, and our Chief Executive Officer, Giancarlo P. Deschioso.